In this video, we're going to show you a surefire way to change the air filter on a base model VR6. We cover snafus and gotchas, like the cover getting stuck, and show a workaround. The procedure is similar to the V8s, but there are nuanced differences. Let's get started. Step 1. Remove engine covers. On all of the covers, there's a variety of either plastic flathead screws or torx screws. On the right hand side, there's a screw here that you can't see me undo thanks to iPhone's autofocus, but we can see the empty spot. There should be one over here that you move in the same way. This is T25. Handy toy, came in handy for the Boxster bumper too, link in the description. I wanted to show here, like in all my other shots, how it's easy, smooth, and step by step, but for some steps you do have to wiggle it to get it out from under the trim. Don't despair if it's not straightforward. Should be fasteners here and here. My air intake hose is broken, so you don't see clips on the right hand side here, but first press in on the clips that should be on this hose, holding this mass airflow sensor unit of hose, and pop it out. It might take some force. Removing the rest of the air intake hose. We can undo the two clips holding the engine air filter cover on, which is attached to the air intake hose, and that will make removing the rest of the hose simpler in the next step. Detaching the air intake hose from the air filter cover. In theory, to take the engine air filter cover off, it's supposed to be straightforward. You're supposed to turn the torx pins at the top 180 degrees so that they're 180 degrees from the black plastic dots. However, mine got stuck. I'm glad I pulled the assembly, including the hose.
Kind of stuck, so I'm going from the bottom because mine comes pre-busted.
And to get it the rest of the way out, I'll just use a professional poking device. I just pushed it the rest of the way out using a screwdriver. These are what they look like. On that, the hose just pops straight off. Nice. Replacing the engine air filter. The engine air filter comes out and goes back in one way. Once the cover is off, it is straightforward.
At this point, we can also check out our air filter.
We'll show you a final close-up shortly so you can see better. Basically, put the cover back on, taking care to insert the clips at the bottom first, and then you put the metal clips onto the cover. Reinstallation. First, we reinstall the cover by inserting the clips at the bottom into the plastic and then attaching the metal clips at the top.
So then reinstalling these torx bits, it's not that much of a challenge. You just reinsert this hose, making sure to actually pass the MAF sensor behind it first. Plug these bad boys in, plug the MAF in while you're at it, and you have easy access. And reinstall the torx T30, guys. Easy installation. And they just push in like so. Twist these both 180 so they match up and are in the locked position at the top. This hose ain't going nowhere. Neither is this connection. This goes on first. It's a tough hose. Good. Let me just twist it into position. This into position. Whip out our trusty 7mm. To reinstall the trim, we start with the bottom right piece and insert it such that it matches up with the hole here, like so. Likewise, then we continue with the bottom left piece so that this hole matches up here, and this hole matches up with the top left. Next, we reinstall this trim piece under the rubber gasket, such that it matches at the top right, like so, and at the bottom left with the trim piece here. We also want to line up this filler cap and reinstall it as soon as we can with a T20 because it is wobbly and makes me nervous. We reinstall the cap and can put this cover back on. Give it the same attention. Matching up the trim pieces like so, and reinstalling the cover like so. Tabs match up. Go around where they do hold. Reinstalling them. Two go here if you had the clips that hold them. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4 torx.